Evander Kane appears to be in communication with NHL teams and could soon find a new home. Kane's agent Dan Milstein said on Twitter on Tuesday that they are still interviewing with teams. No further details and no travel plans in the next 48 hours. The Oilers are a team that have been linked with Kane. Ken Holland told the media that the two parties have spoken, and Holland does believe in second chances. Here's what Connor McDavid had to say about Kane possibly joining the team.
I'm not really here to discuss optic issues. If fans don't like it or the media doesn't like it or whatever, I think, it is what it is. I'm sure there's lots of things that go on the ice and whatnot that fans don't like. And we don't necessarily have to discuss those up here with you guys. So, the public opinion is something that obviously matters a lot. But we're here to try to win games and try to put together a good team on the ice. And if Kenny thinks that's what he can do, then that's what he can do. I think Kenny's got our full support and what he does.
The issues for Kane this season started in the summer as the NHL investigated and later found no evidence of him betting on games. Then in mid-October, Kane was suspended 21 games for a COVID protocol violation. That same day, the NHL also said domestic abuse allegations could not be substantiated. The Sharks placed him on waivers in November and released him this past weekend. Oilers GM Ken Holland admits to talking to Kane's agent, expressing interest in the forward. Emily Kaplan, our NHL insider, joins us now. So what is the latest on Evander Kane?
First, I just want to say we all heard Connor McDavid speaking there. He wasn't just sitting there blindly talking about something. Management did approach the Oilers captain about the possibility of bringing Evander Kane into that locker room, and it does appear that McDavid would give that his full support. But I talked to Dan Milstein, Evander Kane's agent, just a few moments ago, actually, minutes right before I logged on. He said more than half of the league had reached out to him. Evander has narrowed it down to 3 to 4 teams. We know that the Oilers are one of those teams. I believe the Florida Panthers are another one of those teams. All of these teams are contenders. Initially, Evander was hopeful to have a contract by today or tomorrow. But now the NHL is investigating how he crossed the border while he was with the AHL just days after he tested positive for COVID. And until that investigation is complete and there's clarity, he's going to hold things off, but he is hopeful to sign with a new team soon. And again, it is expected to be a team that is going to contend for a Stanley Cup this year.
Emily Kaplan joining us on The Point. Thank you very much. Coach, you heard the comments. You heard what Connor McDavid had to say. Your thoughts?
Yeah, Connor's in a tough spot there with the question. And you can tell that he really doesn't want to answer it, but then he keeps on going, basically explaining, I'm not going to answer this. Listen, Evander Kane is a really good hockey player. A lot of things fly around him. A lot of things have been on him. Some, they haven't been proven. And let's be honest about that. I listened to him speak on his gambling thing, and he speaks very well. He seems very intelligent. And so you got to be really careful how you judge him. If I'm Edmonton and I'm Connor, I would say, you know what, that's not for me to discuss with you guys right now. That's an organizational decision that we're all talking about. We have interest in him. He is a really good player. That's something we're talking about. But I don't think Connor wanted to answer it, but he kept on going on and on about, I'm not going to talk to you guys about it. And really hard spot for the guy.
Now, I'm not asking this Evander Kane specifically. I'm saying, let's say a player with baggage or perhaps is problematic, has a history. You're the coach. A player like this comes into the locker room. How do you handle that dynamic?
Yeah, and I'm sure Kenny, and I guess Emily said that he did approach Connor, and I'm sure the leadership group and the team. I'm sure they're having discussions, and I firmly believe in this. That room, if you're going to be successful and where Edmonton wants to be and winning the Stanley Cup, that room has to self-sustain. And that's without the coach. That room has got to be groomed by the coach, and then eventually that room has to take over itself. So you got to be really careful. I think Connor said that the most important thing is on the ice. I disagree there because this has to be straightened out first. The room has to be solid. This guy has to be accepted in the room with the amount of things that's going on around him. And I'm sure that's being discussed. What is best for the hockey club? Because you just don't get where you want to be if that locker room isn't solid.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.